Yo, 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 it's your boy Casual Real with the Silent A podcast. And man, we're back with another one. And a quick one at that. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below. And as always, subscribe if you got the time. We appreciate that love. And for this, let's get into it. It's the likes of Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Yes, Mr. Bomb Squad himself, Mr. Alabama Slammer himself. It is return June 27th, I believe, 2025 against the likes of Herndon. But the real question here for today is, can Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, really get himself back into contention? Can he re-enter that top 5 status in the heavyweight division? Can he get him another crack at a title? And I think to answer that question, in our opinion here at Silent Lake Podcast, it really starts with, is Deontay Wilder mentally here in the sport of boxing? Yeah, he signed up for, a nice little tune-up fight. No disrespect to Herndon, but it is what it is. We all see the work here. He signed up with BLK Prime, get him a good fight, Wichita, Kansas, of all places. But in this tune-up, in this rebuild, is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder mentally here? I'm 50-50, and I hate to even say that. Part of me wants to believe him and saying, yeah, he's back. He's tuned in, he's locked in, he's ready to go, he's doing the right thing, getting a tune-up. That's what you're supposed to do to rebuild your career. But then on the other end, you look at some of his videos, things he puts out, whether it's his IG, any social media platform, you name it, it's always about something else. And it's usually about time he gets ready for any type of fight. I should have saw the trouble when he was heading into the Fury fights, especially that third one. But more importantly, let's get to more, near-term times of when he took on Joseph Parker, when he took on Zilly Zhang Bang. His videos, yeah, he was training. He always shows some good training videos. And shout out to him. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, is always in shape, ready to go. The physique is there. Conditioning is okay, good for a heavyweight. But let's get back to that mental, because usually around fight time, he's dropping like music videos and raps and promoting other things he's got going on outside of boxing, which is fine. I'm good with that. I'm good with it if you've been doing it the entire time outside of a fight window. The reason I bring this up, because we're getting down to Mr. Herndon here, June time frame, and he's dropping more music. Obviously, he signed on to the promotion for BLK Prime. You got to push the brand, get it out of there. And some of this I wrestle with, because it's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Social media, build it up. But to me, building it up is building up your training, building up your physique, building up that mentality that you're back to ready to knock something off, knock them heads loose. Not promotion of your next single. I wrestle with the mentality. Is he really here or is he not? Because if that's where you're at, I get it. You want to make money out of the sport of boxing. You ain't gonna be here forever. I got it. That's good. But when it's fight time, that fight window, especially when it's 12 weeks out or so, I need to see a locked in Deontay. I need to see a locked in man that's ready to train, and he's showing us the work he's doing, putting in that effort. Yes, he's got a nice gym. If you've seen some of his background videos, he's got a beautiful gym. The brother's been very successful, but you can't play boxing. Reverting back to what I see from his past careers, past fights, even with the Zhang loss and I'm not going to count Parker. I don't know what was going on with Parker. I think he was just overthinking that too much. But with the Zhang loss, right, he seemed like he really wanted to be there. Like, he's invested. I think any man that steps in that ring kind of really does want to be there. I mean, the check is there. The money is there, obviously. But I think he really wanted to be there. And I think he does want to do this rebuild. I think it is more than just a check and more than promotion and stuff like that. But that's where the 50-50 comes in, because I wrestle with what I'm seeing from the music-wise and entertainment and showing where he's at, everything he's posting. But maybe that's all a ploy to, keep his opponent off key. Maybe he is a gym rat like he says he is. And people around the boxing world and boxing league will tell you that he is a gym rat. He stays in there. But I hope it's the right workout. I hope it's the right focus. Mentally, is he there or not? I'm still 50-50. I got to see something here, because to rebuild, to get back in contention, I think he's taken the first correct step that we've already cleared up, Take a tune up. Get that confidence back. Get that old thing back. Get back in that ring. Work on some things. Get some of them old mechanics back. I think it's too late for this new moving around Deontay. And don't get me wrong. Yes, he's improved, but we need to see some of that old dog. And I think it's all in the mental for him. He took those losses to Fury and doesn't want to take any more punishment like that. I get it. But you got to let your hands go, but not just let them go. You got to let them go through your opponent. Look through Mr. Herndon. Look through the opponent after that and punch through them. That's what Deontay always did. He knew he was not the better boxer, but he knew he was the harder puncher. And I think he's questioning himself on that. Let him fly, but let him fly responsibly, you know? Yes, work on some defense. Yes, you need to move a little bit better. And obviously, y'all need some leg weights and leg training. My man is still clumsy. Those are some basics. I'm not saying revamp the whole career and the whole team and the whole skill set. Pull back what you had under Mark Breland. Bring that old thing back. Bring that old skill set back. Bring that old mentality back and implement some defense. That's really all he ever needed. But Malik Scott tried to put too much into him, try to change him a little bit too much and make him box like he does or like he's trying to get like the likes of Gilberto Ramirez to do. And that's too much for Deontay. Way past what he needs to be doing, especially in this stage of his career. You need to let him do what he does best, and that's let that right hand fly. Maybe implement a couple little things to disguise it, a couple of different punches, and let him have a game plan that's easy, rememberable for him, but he can switch it up and have multiple tools in his bag throughout the fight so he can still deliver what he needs to and have the confidence in the ring to fight. Can he get to championship contention is really going to be based on his mentality. I think the road to get there is simple. It's take this tune-up, obviously win in June 2025. Take maybe one more tune-up, early fall or late fall 2025. Get you one more good tune-up, knock them heads loose, knock out the cobwebs, get that right hand movement. And then step up and take on a fringe contender, somebody who's in there, who's at least got a name and some decent ranking in one of the organizations, whether that's WBC, I know that's the one he's always been in, or maybe the IBF or WBO, you name it, just get in there. You can take on somebody like a Martin Bacoli, who doesn't move a lot. Decent chin, good power. He's going to test your chin himself, but his head doesn't move around too much. He's there to get hit at times. Or maybe take on the likes of a F.A. Ajagba. I think for Deontay, that might be a little... no, that actually be a good fight. I was about to say it's a little dangerous, but that actually might be a decent scrap. F.A.'s got good power. His footwork is improved and impressed me with the Bacoli fight tremendously, how he's able to box and move around. I think that might be a good scrap. Take on either F.A., Martin Bacoli, a Jared Big Baby Anderson, sometime early 2026 or maybe even late 2025, depending on how this year goes and how you can get signed up. Win those three back to back to back again. This tune-up, the following tune-up, and then get one of those fringe contenders who's got a name, and you might find yourself into a late 2026 championship bout. We already know how boxing gets down. It's the business of boxing. They skip around things. If you got a name, you bring butts to seats, you will get some play early. I know some people look at me, how's he going to get a jump over X, Y, and Z? First things first, he's not going to get a jump over Joseph Parker. I think Joseph Parker's up next after Daniel Dynamite Dubois and Usyk get done. He may even jump Filip Hrgović. Why? Because of the name. Especially if he can get this done, in the next 9 months or so. There's not too many big names over the likes of Deontay Wilder. Yeah, he's taking some losses, 4 out of the last 5. But look at AJ. Look at Tyson Fury. We know the business of boxing. It's all about the name and how they can rebuild themselves and get themselves jumped up, leaped up, and get into contention. If you need further proof, look at what they're potentially going to do with the likes of Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao taking on Mario's Barrios. If you don't believe me about having a name and putting butts in seats and building the brand of business, it will get you in head of the line. And for Deontay, who still has a name, still has that gift, still has that thing that people like to come see, and that's knockouts. Or he's getting knocked out, one or the other. People pay to see that. They pay to see a person, a man, a woman, whoever that fighter is, do what? Fight. Anyways, we talked too long on this. Let us know what you think, man. Hit that comment section. Give us your ideas, your thoughts. Can Mr. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, build himself back into contention or not? Hit that like button first. And as always, subscribe if you got that time, man. It's your boy Casual Rel with the Sign 8 Podcast. Until the next time. Peace.